The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
A man, is it the power in his hands? Is it his quest for glory? Give it all you got to fight to the top, so we can know your story. Now you're a man, man. Now you're a man, man. You are now a man, you're a man. Now you're a man. Live it, live it. What makes a man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just 'cause she has big titties? Or is it the way he fights every day? No, it's probably the titties. Now you're a man. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh. Now you're a man. Man. Now you're a man. M-A-N, man. Now you're a man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Men's Room. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. It's time for the Pop Culture Corner. With me, as always, is my right-hand man, the bearded one himself, Tommy Gunn.
Hope you got your guns ready. It is Friday. Woo!
That's actually a pretty good intro. I'm proud of you. I'm real proud. Look at that face. Look at that smile. Smile only a mama could love.
Oh, yeah.
That man. It's time for Superfan. I'm Shawhan.
That's right. On this day, this very day, 11 years ago, the Macho Man passed after hitting a tree and having a heart attack, and whatnot. So yeah, but it is Friday.
R.I.P. the Savage.
That's right. My
Man.
favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. Yep. Yeah. Man, Macho Man, dude. I need to find an action figure. God, I want that action figure so bad. Macho Man. And Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Action. Let's hope if I can figure it out. But the action figure comes with right here. This thing, dude, if I ever find it, I'm buying it. Like on the spot. There's a few toys that I've told my wife that, like, if I ever run across this bad boy like out in the wild, you better believe it's coming home. He comes with the cream.
Yep.
That's a done deal. Like it's over. Like I'm buying it.
Should have came with the Slim Jim.
Nah, man. I mean, yeah, but still, like this, dude. The Macho Man. That thing, I need it. I need that in my life. But that's right. Drains Lunatic says, Bonesaw is ready.
That's right. Bonesaw is ready.
He said, I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
For 3 whole minutes.
What are you doing up there? That's a cute costume. Did your husband make it for you? That could not be done today.
No, not at all.
Dr. Covenell says first. Hail, Dr. Covenell. You might be joining us. I'm not sure. Hopefully soon.
Did y'all ever watch the movie Ready to Rumble?
Yes.
Maybe.
It's a wrestling movie. Trying to think of the actors, but if you haven't seen it, Seth, you need to watch it. That's one of the movies that does not disappoint. You can watch it over and over again. And I rarely watch movies more than once. Actually, I'm trying to see if it's on any streaming services.
I'm sure it is, dude.
Yeah. What'd you say it was called? I'm looking.
Ain't it Ready to Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to Rumble. Who's in it?
I think David Arquette's in it.
Can you just look?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Gotcha.
It is a really good movie.
Is that it?
Yep.
Huh.
I think you would actually enjoy it. Even if you weren't a wrestling fan, you would enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
I used to be a huge wrestling fan. I've met Diamond Dallas Page. I think that's
Wave to him from across the convention.
Dude, DDP's the man. Dude, he put me in the diamond cutter for a picture.
I'll give you the first 5 minutes of the movie. They're at 7-Eleven. He's got his hand. One of the main characters has got his hand between his butt cheeks, drinking a Slurpee, and he almost drinks it all. So he wants a free Slurpee. So he takes his hand out of his butt cheeks, grabs the Slurpee, and says, "I need a new Slurpee. This one tastes like ass." And then puts his hand at the dude's face. He goes, "Oh!" He goes, "How did you get halfway through it?"
Okay.
So that's the first 5 minutes of it.
Well, now it makes me not really want to watch it.
See, Tommy, you shouldn't describe anything. You should just be like, you should see this because it's good, period, end of it. But no, it's got slapstick humor in it, is what he's trying to say. It does have some humor in it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. So, do we want to dive into this She-Hulk trailer?
Sure, I guess.
I'm scared to see
Have you watched it?
I watched it. Tommy hasn't watched it.
I know Tommy hasn't. I've kind of watched it.
Well, see, I know Tommy's like a huge Hulk fan. So if I feel like it's gonna give him like a aneurysm. Oh, hey. Is that like Marvel Legends or something?
It was just one of the just the plain Jane, these style. You'd see at Walmart for like $10 when they first launched the Avengers. That's what this one's from.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's nothing. It's got some articulation, but nothing massive. But it was fun enough. One of the dogs had it. Was playing with it at one point, so it was kind of funny. Back in the old days. Yeah, I'm a Hulk fan as well, just like Tommy.
Okay. I'm gonna make an attempt to maybe go frame by frame so that way we don't get a copyright strike. We'll try it that way. Hopefully it won't.
It should be as long as less than 10 seconds, I thought is what it was. And this
Well-
is a dumb thing because the damn trailer's out there, and that's the whole point. It's not the movie. It's the
I know,
trailer.
we're
It's
talking
released to
about
the
it.
public.
Even
You know?
though, I mean, well, I don't want to give it away.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
Not people like you.
Definitely not hipster.
So, do you mean to tell me that it's got to be people like her instead of like Iron Man, Thor, the original Hulk?
That's how I feel. They've taken all the male characters out to replace with females because you can't have strong male.
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm a lawyer. I have great friends.
Can we get some shots, please? It's an emergency.
A demanding job.
We just started a superhuman law division. And
She-Hulk wouldn't have skipped leg day, yo. Just saying.
But apparently this is one of the runs for She-Hulk where she's a lawyer or something, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
She was a lawyer in the cartoons too.
Okay. I don't know anything about her. I just was like, okay, so now we're lawyers.
I never watched that Hulk cartoon. Like it's on the Disney. It's on my list of stuff to get through because I've been rewatching everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, from the Spider Woman from the 70s on, by watching everything. I mean everything. So yeah, I can't wait to get to that one because that was one that I never really got to watch very many episodes of. The original Hulk, sure, the TV show and some of the cartoon, but the newer one they did where you've got like all the Hulks together as a team, and I know that was a Disney one, so I want to kind of see where that one goes. But
I want you to be the face of it.
And a frustrating family.
Cause we didn't ask for this, but you still got.
Hey, did you notice something? Notice anything in particular?
He's Hulk again.
Hold on. Right. What do you see? What are we missing?
Is it his shirt?
No.
His glasses? I don't know. I'm lost.
Why isn't his arm messed up from lifelong complications with wearing the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh, yeah.
Taking that much power through his body, he should not have healed from that.
If he was, the theory actually said if he would have wore the Iron Man suit, it would have distributed evenly and it wouldn't have hurt him as bad. Like if he wore the full Iron Man suit.
Well, he didn't.
Could this be before?
Nah.
I just mean this shot in particular, though. Think about it, because we've got a whole history, and I'm not defending. I'm just saying
that's a very valid point. It could be
that's all I'm
in
saying,
that 5-year time period, because during Infinity War, he didn't fight, and in between between Infinity War and Endgame. That's a 5-year span. I guess it could be then.
And in an Internals, he's not the Hulk anymore. He's Bruce Banner again.
Do what?
In the Internals,
you mean
it
Eternals?
shows him. Yeah.
No. The Internals.
The Internals.
Okay. But he's Bruce Banner.
Oh,
really?
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yes.
So thanks for the spoiler, asshole.
Sorry.
I'm probably not gonna watch that crap.
I'm just fucking with you, Tommy. Yeah, I mean, it's on my to watch list because I haven't watched. I've watched everything else, so it's like, all right.
It wasn't horrible. It wasn't as good as Doctor Strange, but it was better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, almost everything.
I just took a doo-doo better than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, like I didn't have a problem with a lot of it up until certain points. Like I was okay with Falcon being Falcon. And then when they went with the Captain America part with him, and then he's Captain America Falcon, whatever. But it's just like, man, it was just so in your face that even I was like, this is shit. And I'm even, I can put up with X amount. I've watched Bree's piece of shit, and it's like, all right, whatever. I've said it before. Doctor Strange movies feel like Ant-Man movies. I like the first Ant-Man. I thought that was a fun movie.
Yeah.
But important wise in the MCU, it wasn't important at all to me. And that's how I felt about Doctor Strange.
There's key things about Ant-Man that are important, and that was just a quantum realm. That's really all that was really important of it.
Yep. But like I'm talking about just the first Ant-Man movie. So we're talking, before we even get that far down the road, it was just a fun movie for when that movie came out. I thought it was just fun. It didn't feel that it was that important of a movie when just the first Ant-Man came out. But the character from the cartoons I knew. I've watched a lot of the Disney cartoon stuff back when, Disney was, after they first launched the app and everything. And it was, before that, you had to go through, I don't even remember who you had. Oh, I think you had to go through Marvel directly in order to watch some of the stuff, or some of the streaming services had it.
I think look at the way his face is paused.
Huh.
He's constipated.
Looks like he hasn't taken a good one in a while.
He's focusing. He's gonna be Amber Turd here in a minute. Just dropping a grumpy.
But you still got to deal with it. Your transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just
So, right then again, anger and fear, the baseline of any woman just existing. So women are just fearful and angry.
Well, they like to throw these specific lines in, as we found out in the Batman, even, like it took out of place, but it fit, but was still out of place. It could have been done proper and would have been better. But even though they did it, it was just like, I think we're kind of past some of this crap because we're so normalized by it, because we've seen it so damn much, and it's been beating our heads for, decades now.
Yeah.
existing. Oh, Bruce, kind of feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no.
Yeah.
That's not even the most, like, there's more. We're about 60% through, and the most offensive stuff isn't till later.
I just want to be a normal, anonymous lawyer. Can you tell us where She-Hulk is?
Jen, you're a story now.
Girl, your ass looks
I'm pretty sure.
crazy right now.
Like,
your ass.
That's Fiona from Shrek.
I think you're right, yo.
I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, the thumbnail for tonight's show.
Yeah.
Is She-Hulk.
Yeah. I'm digging it.
Dr. Graffinel's, Raquel. What's up, Raquel?
Oh, yeah.
Looks crazy right now. You could be an Avenger. Oh, I'm not a superhero.
Right here.
That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason.
Like, oh, God. Ha ha ha? Is that supposed to be funny?
I mean, I guess if we watch it and then we see it in the actual full context is kind of how I'm thinking, but I don't know. It's so hard to get through some of these sometimes. I mean, I got through all of the shows and, good, bad, indifferent, whatever.
You're a better man than me, dude. I could not bring myself to finish Loki. I could barely even make it through the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
See, there was a part in Falcon and Winter Soldier where when he took the head off of the main terrorist, like, I loved that part. Like I was happy that Disney did that. no matter how you look at it. It was a terrorist, and the new Captain America with the shield beheaded the some bitch that killed his best friend that he served with. Sorry, I thoroughly enjoyed that because it's amazing that woke Disney actually did that. No matter, like I said, however you view that part of the episode, but. I never felt that the new Captain America was Captain America. And, unfortunately, Chris Evans was one hell of a Captain America, man. I thoroughly enjoyed him as the character. It's too bad that he's Captain Kami in real life, but hey, he can act.
But I have one problem. She just looks like a slightly tall female.
Yep.
Like a normal person can be her size. Like,
well, I mean, they do give her height where she's more like, but I would say if you look at the comics, that's the one I'm used to, the one where she's in the bathing suit and, she's got muscles, but she's not as big as Hulk. But
she's not as big as Hulk. But she's still
very athletic.
She's still, her body's proportionally bigger. Like her limbs are longer, her head's a little bigger. She has a normal size head and everything.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like the Hulk, I remember in the She-Hulk in the comics, it was going by. It was his cousin, but then he tried to sleep with her. He went full West Virginia. Yeah, you'll have to look that up. That actually happened.
Well, that's what happened in Old Man Logan. The Hulk just made a bunch of Hulksters, literally.
Well, in Old Man Logan, it's with his cousin, and they're like inbred real bad.
Yeah, big time, dude. Big time.
Lord.
They're like the hills have eyes inbred.
Yeah, but they're Hulks. They're like hills have eyes meet Hulks.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is too much. Oh, wait, who was that?
Abomination.
No, hold on. Who? Oh, I saw shininess and was like, who in the like? Is that some
Who is that
superhero?
supposed to be?
I have no idea.
It's either a villain or some superhero we haven't heard of.
Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
Yeah, this is the best date I've had in a while.
Now, supposedly, I was listening to World Class today on the replay, and they said that this is it Jennifer Hudson, her ex-husband, the one where she abandoned the husband and kids to like further her career. I forget what his name was, but he's trying to get into acting. So everybody's like, hey, that's cool. Like, he's like the coolest part of it, but I don't know. We'll see.
Oh. Should we split some fries?
Let's get those to go.
Oh, that's so, like, emasculant.
That's so E-Tep.
Dude, they were talking. Did you watch last night's episode?
No.
Of WCBS?
Uh-uh.
They called him out for that. And Kendo was like, I'm going to get an angry text message sometime between now and 12 o'clock tomorrow. And they were like, Ita probably is in love with this.
He did a morning show this morning, and I talked with him a little bit ago, and yeah, man, it was one of those where it's like, yeah, I was like, that's so E-Tep right there, man. That's him. That's the Wakulian.
But the CGI looks terrible.
Well, think about it, Tommy. You and I have watched all these shows too, and it's not been great in most of the shows.
Loki stood out. The CGI, you could tell it's CGI, but it was still good CGI. WandaVision kind of in between good and bad, but she's glowing green. She ain't just green; she's glowing green because the graphics.
Dude, that CGI is crap, and every Marvel fanboy's out there like, "Oh man, but you gotta wait. They're just using.
I mean, we are watching trailers too, mind you. When we actually watch the show, it could have better cuts. I mean,
right? But somebody said that somebody's what was it? Somebody's I can't really think of. I can't. Words aren't working right now.
English is hard today.
Yeah, but
Chinese is starting
somebody's
to take over in your
somebody's
mind.
excuse was just like, oh, they're probably just using bad, unrendered pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
and I was
And
like,
again, I'm
why?
not defending it. I'm just saying that could be, because it's not always the prettiest trailers. It's like they don't care anymore. Like before, they really cared, and now they're at that. Who cares?
But why would you do that? Why would you use unrendered stuff to put a trailer out so the people would be hyped about your stuff? That makes no sense.
But it's Disney 2022 cents.
They run on a lower budget now.
Don't waste that footage that we can't use. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the cutbacks and whatnot. And again, not excusing it, just saying, And Tommy's with, it kind of makes sense.
Is it a series or a movie?
It'll be a series.
Okay.
And it's 9 episodes.
It got 9.
Okay, I will say, I will watch one episode and decide if I'm going to watch it or not.
I usually will watch 3. Like, I'll be fair. I'll give something 3, and if it's that bad I can't get through the 3rd, then I'm with you, Tommy. It's like...
Now, if I hear extreme wokeism or them against men, it's not going to even finish the first episode because I know that's what's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've already got that in the trailer. So, I mean, you already know. But it's no different than Jessica Jones when they did the same shit with her. You know what I mean? It was just from a female's point of view of being a hooer. So, kind of how I took it. It's like, oh, okay. But, because she's powerful and shit, like Supergirl. So, hey, there you go. She just can't fly.
Yep.
But, dude, I don't know. I mean, I like I said, so far I think Moon Knight's been the best TV series that we've gotten because they all pretty much sucked. I've been able to tolerate most of them because I just didn't care. I had no stake in the game, and I still don't. I think that at least with Doctor Strange, it wraps up WandaVision in a nice little bow, possibly, because they can always come back with but you didn't really see her die.
Yeah.
But and then with the multiverse shit being wide open, if they keep Doctor Strange in its own shit, maybe it's got a chance. But if they try doing the old formula with tying movie into movie into movie, I just don't see it happening, especially like how this one ended.
The bad part about multiverse stuff is there's absolutely no rules. There's no stakes. There's no
you don't care.
There's no consistency.
But if you die in the multiverse, you die. Period. So I mean, there are little stakes.
Kinda. I mean, you're
like if they're coming to our version of our world and they're not used to our world being the way it is. Let's say where they came from, it was ran by the commie Democrats, right? Like just simple put, and so every opposite of what we've lived through. So instead of us winning World War II, we lost, kind of shit, So yeah, it might seem really different that way too if that's how you were always raised. But I mean, I guess we'll see. It just doesn't matter because we don't have good entertainment and haven't for a long time. At least it feels like I said, we're on that curve where maybe we'll finally get that turn to go the opposite way and get back to getting really good to great to excellent to epic movies again.
Yeah, the pendulum will swing.
So I do gotta ask. Did y'all watch the last Ghostbusters?
No.
Afterlife?
Yes.
I've been meaning to, man, but I haven't had time.
I will tell you, it's for the fans. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but
I mean, I've heard
personally.
I've heard it's a great. It's how you do like a reunion kind of movie.
It is, but it's like a farewell to the audience. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
And it's a good ending.
Yeah. What's up, Dr. Calvinales?
Hey. What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Doing great.
Right on. We just finished watching the trailer.
Not a whole
for,
lot. I've been watching the trailer.
Not a whole
lot. I've been watching for a little bit. I saw your coverage of the She-Hulk.
Yeah, that was
Makes
that
you
was
want to
rough.
run right out and watch it, doesn't it?
I think
Oh yeah.
delay.
I think I'm getting a delay here. Let me.
I'm thinking a little bit of
Yeah,
one.
reboot and come on back.
Okay.
It happens, bud.
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, dude.
Still more than we get out of Lape in a normal episode.
He said, I texted him. He said he's driving a U-Haul truck.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, man.
I think
He
he had
didn't
to go
stop
back.
and see us.
Well, he did text. I was just couldn't get away, and you were busy.
There wouldn't be anything stopping me.
Well, no, but he had a U-Haul truck full of dogs and people and stuff.
I know. But when he went through the last time he didn't, I would have been like, yo, I'm going to be through. Let's get something to eat, boys. Let's go grab Tommy. You know.
Is that better?
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
How's that?
Way better.
Yeah, that's good. So what's going on, man? What's new?
Not a whole lot. Just family stuff going on. So I read, at least I got a description of what you're covering tonight. So I'm ready. Thanks for the email.
Yeah, man. I actually remembered this time.
Hey, I appreciate it.
I
Hey,
was watching my emails just in case. I was like, okay, he's got him in this time. I was like, all right. Don't worry, Seth. I had your back, bro.
Thanks.
so you were discussing Afterlife a minute ago. Who has not seen Afterlife?
I haven't.
Oh, you have. Adam hasn't seen it
I
either?
really want to. I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
The guys and I from Digital Pollution, we watched the first trailer and we're like, I bet Egon comes and saves it as a ghost. And then we kind of found out that's what happened. And I'm like, okay. So like, I'll watch it when it's on a streaming service that I have, but I'm not in any rush to see it.
I've seen it and I don't know if I want to share my opinion because it's a controversial one. So
Oh no, you're fine. That's
go for it.
I don't want to ruin it for Adam or who else hasn't seen it? Tommy hasn't seen it. Seth, I'm sorry.
No, go for it. It's cool.
But I mean, I bought the Blu-ray and I figured I didn't get a chance to see it in the theater, and I thought I was glad I didn't see it in the theater just for the fact that I probably either would have had a stroke or been beaten to death. So because I didn't like certain things about it and I wouldn't have been able to shut up about it. So I don't so I didn't like the way Harold Ramis's character was treated. I mean, at some point I'll revisit it. I don't know, but it's like he was badmouthed by his daughter. He's a deadbeat dad. His daughter, the woman who plays his daughter, is over 30 and she looks over 30, which means that she was abandoned before the first movie happened. Yeah. So I mean that it's kind of weird for the whole backstory. I don't know. Right. There's a lot going on. I mean, there's good parts in there, but I mean,
I wonder who. I'm gonna look up who played his daughter.
I can't remember her name.
Well, Tommy will just say it's Linda or Lisa or what was the name from The Walking Dead, Tommy?
Mary. But I did find out how I got that mixed up. It was because of Z Nation. There's a girl on there now.
Do you remember the character's name?
The daughter's name? No.
Yeah.
Not in the Afterlife? No, I can't remember. Mm-hmm. I saw it once and it was a few months ago, so.
See if we can do.
My biggest issue, I've just not been excited about anything really coming out, you know?
Right.
I don't get how this kid's name's Podcast.
Oh, you will find out.
Yeah, that's a nickname.
Yeah.
But it's a stupid nickname.
You'll find out why though.
I agree.
Is it McKenna Grace? Phoebe?
Probably no. Well, I can't remember.
Carrie Coon as Callie?
That might be it.
I think it is McKenna Grace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah.
Because that was Carrie Coon. That wasn't McKenna Grace.
Oh, yeah, that was her. I don't know who the other one is. That's definitely her.
Okay, I've never seen this chick before. But she's got some serious RBF.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, that's,
Yeah, that's
epic. That's epic, bitch face.
She looks like a see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. All week long.
That's why oh, she was Proxima Midnight. Okay. In Infinity War.
Oh, she was in Infinity War?
Yeah.
What part was she in that?
I thought she looked like similar from something, but yeah, that's
she's she was in the What If too as as Proxima Midnight.
Oh.
She was in Endgame, Infinity War,
Okay.
and What If. Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Then again, the what ifs, I kind of paid attention. Like, that was enough that you could get through it and not throw up. But it was just like, all right, whatever. And
What if so?
Multiverse. That's what I like about multiverse.
That's so forgettable.
It is. Because, I mean, the comics were too, though, man. I mean, it would be good, like, if we all were big comic guys, so we talk about what we liked about the same as we've done with movies and whatnot. But back then, you did it face to face with your friends, not
right.
The internet. Because hell, we didn't have the internet back in It was the beginning stages of for me,
right,
in the 90s.
Right.
I had no idea when I don't know what I thought What If was going to be, but I thought it was going to be more fun than it was.
Is What If's on Disney Plus as well, right?
Yeah. Right. It's a cartoon, an animated series of like what if different things had happened.
The Watchers and what they're watching, basically. It was very Highlander style of a comic book kind of a thing. But I don't know. I thought it was fine for what it was, right? Like it didn't shit the bed, and it wasn't the greatest recent sliced bread. It was just there.
Right, I can agree with that.
So I just found out Amber Heard was in Zombieland.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that, and now I'm kind of glad. Like he just took the toilet seat and smacked her upside the head.
That was pretty funny.
He's probably just trying to potty trainer. I mean,
it's true. It's true. It's damn true. He's always 2-3 weeks behind on everything.
I think in this case, he's probably years. Yeah.
But after we all find out about it, it's always weeks later that Tommy brings it up. That's what's always so funny. Like, I just found out she was in Zombieland. I'm like, yeah, that was a while back.
The only reason why I just really paid attention to it is there was a meme, and he had the toilet seat, the back of the toilet seat, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I think he's just trying to teach her potty training."
This is the seat when it's down. This is the seat when it's up.
I've not seen Zombieland since it came out. I didn't realize she was in there.
Oh yeah,
he's the very first zombie he deals with.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've seen them, but those movies were also. I'm sorry, I thought they were fun. The first one was way better, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did like the Elvis thing in the second one because I'm a big.
Number 406 is insanely hot.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Pause for YouTube and continue.
Here you go.
Brie Larson is happy someone's finally less popular than her.
Mountain Dew? Yeah, code red. And here's some Golden Grams. The Ziploc bag keeps them crisp.
fast forwarding to the good part.
So, tell me what happened.
They fall asleep.
Oh my god. Are you okay? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, stay back, 406, okay? I don't want to hurt you. Oh my god, I'm so fucking sorry.
Yeah, we're getting in trouble for that one.
That's okay. It's
Party
worth it.
trade.
Better up.
You see, you just can't trust anyone. The first time I let a girl into my life and she tries to eat me.
Never a good thing in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, here it comes.
Please.
Don't forget the most important rule.
406.
Double tap.
If you're in there, you're just sick. Okay?
Walking on that broken ankle. Double tap.
Bam.
You got knocked out, man.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Guess what, motherfucker?
You got knocked out. Yeah.
Oh, and good news, I finally figured out how to get videos off of YouTube again.
Yay.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Now you just got to figure out how to get everything done and fix the entrance video and or the opening video entrance. Jeez, the opening video and get the Power Ranger in there, maybe. Or are you glad that the Power Ranger, since he's at the subjects today?
Speaking of Power Rangers,
I read that article.
Ruh-roh,
Raggy. Baby Tommy was had sight beyond sight.
Power Rangers actor Austin St. John charged with COVID-19 fraud.
Ooh.
The alleged allegation netted the scammers $3.5 million of government. That's taxpayer money, by the way.
Yep.
And mind you, this happened a lot.
He and 18 others were involved in this.
That's where chain letters will destroy you.
Yep.
Pyramid schemes.
Now there was a release from his social media account. Now he's of course he's popular right now. Right here. Austin St. John is a father, husband, role model, and a friend to many. The indictment detailed today is populated by a multitude of individuals, the majority of which Austin has no knowledge of and has never met or interacted with. It is our understanding that Austin put his faith, reputation, finances in the hand of a third party whose goals were self-centered and ultimately manipulated and betrayed his trust. We expect Austin's legal team to successfully defend against these charges and lead to his ultimate exoneration. We ask you respect the privacy of family, blah, 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 whatever. Come to find out that this is all just, I don't necessarily know. I don't think he knew what he was getting himself into. I don't know. That's just my speculation. I'm a big fan of his, so like, I'm kind of biased.
I don't know, dude. That's kind of what it seemed like, though. I mean, even with the press release, right? Like, third party, and that all makes sense because how many times you see stuff on Facebook, even.
Somebody in the comment was like, "Those of us who know Austin know this is so far outside of his character and values." A lot of people were saying, having met him a number of times, he seems like a person of character, and this, I'm having a hard time imagining him knowingly do something that would maliciously harm others.
Oh yeah,
they're not coming out and being like, yeah, we all knew that that's how Weinstein was. You know, I mean, it's the opposite of that.
Right.
But they're only focusing in on the negativity.
Dr.
And then you hear the actual
Coffin come up.
story. You know,
Dr. Coffin has a thing pop up over his.
Oh, there
here
it
it
goes.
It was something
Hello?
about not having a microphone or something
Oh.
attached. Something came unplugged.
Can you hear me now? Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, you're good.
On the good news, I'm getting a new computer in a few weeks, so these problems should be resolved.
It's all good, man. I had a Chromebook when we first started doing all this stuff, and my microphone did not like the connection.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was bad.
Well, I was trying to get my camera to work.
Now doesn't like you half the time.
Yeah. I was trying to get my camera to work. I'm actually doing this from my smartphone at the moment, so because I can't do it from my computer at the moment. So, yeah, I have a
Star Trek smartphones where you tell it what to do and it just does it.
Oh no, I don't have that.
No, that's what we need though. That's what
I know.
Like, yeah, turn on camera. No, so that these people can see me. Thank you. Yep.
I was going to do a hot take on the Red Ranger, but since you guys seem to like him a lot, I don't know if I want to do that or not.
Go for it. Do it.
This is my hot take after reading that article. Well, it looks like he might be going to prison, so he could be going from Red Ranger to Rump Ranger. So he might want to look out, not drop the soap, what have you. So,
Tommy, do you have that clip available to play?
I can try to pull it up. Let's see.
He was actually really cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from a lot of people.
Well, the best part is one of two things is going to happen, right? Either he's completely innocent or he's guilty.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess, buckle up and we'll find out. It's not a Cosby situation or anything. So
no. Oh God, I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's pictures from Comic-Con? I uploaded some pictures. I don't know where they're at.
All right, I am sending it to you, Seth.
Where are you sending it?
To the Pop Culture Corner, the Facebook thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool for you guys, though, especially since the two of you were together when that happened.
I just sent.
Yeah, I got it. I'm pulling it. This is unedited, right?
Yes, that's completely
okay.
unedited.
So there's going to be some background noises and stuff like that. We haven't had a chance to edit it. Tommy hasn't had a chance to edit it all out, even though this was in February.
What's up, man? This is Austin St. John. I'm Jason, the original Red Ranger. And you are watching the men's room. I mean, not like, that men's room. Because if I was in there, this would be awkward. Like, it would be, something you probably shouldn't be watching. I mean, unless you're into that sort of watching freaky stuff. And, if you're freaky, that's all right. But, this isn't that men's room. This is the other men's room, and that's what you're watching. So much love. What's up, man? This is Austin St. John.
Stop playing.
That was nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I love the humor that he threw in there with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that man's, but if that, hey, these guys, it was great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now I feel bad about making that joke. Thanks a lot.
No, but we went to go meet him, and there was a girl. She was either autistic or something, and she had She was asking why he didn't wear a cape and stuff. and he was as nice as he can be about answering the question.
Yeah, he was super cool.
Like, I will say that he was nice about answering the question, and he was more about family values. I know he served in the military, didn't he?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
He served in
I
the
didn't know that.
military, and he was a firefighter for. I think
Wow,
he still is
okay.
a firefighter.
Yeah, he is he was an EMT.
EMT, yeah.
Huh.
So, you know, those things
Yeah,
that you
well, I
call
hope-
ambulances or ambulances, however it is that Tommy talks sometimes with his Tommy words.
Ambulance.
I outed him on one of the older videos because I literally watched every video up until the point that I became a member of the show. So yeah, that was fun making fun of you, Tommy.
I always thought he was really tall.
Me too, man. Me too. Man, shut. God, Justin. Justin likes to come on here and talk a bunch of crap, but then he don't ever like to go over and get on his email and come talk crap like on here. That dude's cool, man. I don't know. Justin can talk all the crap he wants to, but why don't you get in here and back it up?
The bad part is, and I love the Green Ranger, but I would see this more as the Green Ranger happening to the Green Ranger than the Red Ranger.
I don't know.
You gotta think
I got his autograph on my Megazord.
The Green Ranger, like, I like his character. I like him, but the Red Ranger's nicer.
After listening to their story, man, shut up.
Yeah, that just makes the story really depressing. So, kudos.
I always felt that you know, the Green Ranger to the White Ranger, Mr. Tommy, was like the uppier, preppier version of the jock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was the bad boy version, if you will.
Hey, I'm gonna play this, but it's in reference to Justin and not like any of us.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I love that movie.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the White Ranger's the better Ranger. But
I think you got to have him as the Green Ranger to get to the White Ranger, though. Story wise,
right? The Green Ranger kept losing his powers.
Yeah, and he wasn't as bad as them Power Rangers that had to have water.
Oh God, that was awful. Oh wait, wrong way. Too far over.
I know I emailed the video when I got the signature for you too.
You should get them stands I 3D printed you signed of each one.
Well, I mean,
that would be cool.
I don't think
you can do it on the back of it. You can put it on the back. Yeah,
but nobody'd see it.
Well, that's not the point. It's like, oh look, it's signed. Each one has their own signature because they're not going to sign the action figure. Like, you wouldn't want them to sign the action figure.
No, it's like the people that signed their helmets. They get their helmet signed, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Like, get them to sign the stand that holds the helmet.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could kind of see it though, because if you're gonna have somebody's signature on it, the actor that played said person, I guess. I don't know.
But see, if I had an action figure that they signed, I couldn't touch it. Like, I couldn't hold it in my hands because I'd be afraid I'd wipe the signature off.
Well, but that's why then when you do something like that, you put it in a case, though. You know, you actually spend the money. Like, if Lou Ferrigno were to sign my Hulk that I have, you know, it would go in a glass case. You know, that
would be pretty dope though if he did.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's right here. You know, it's like if I were to somehow magically run into Ferrigno, because that's the only Hulk for me. You know, sorry, but
Oh my God.
you know, Ruffalo, but you ain't no Hulk. He
I
literally
can't.
was
I
the
can't
Hulk.
even. This dude's something else.
Oh, what'd you say? He stole the autograph?
Are you saying that I stole the autograph?
No.
What is that figure, Adam? I think I have that. Can I see that Hulk figure again?
Yeah.
Oh, that is vintage.
Yep. This
Is that an older one?
This one is back before Avengers came out. It's not like vintage,
Oh, okay.
vintage, but
Oh, okay. I thought
it's what I've got. You know, it's before a lot of the other stuff.
the pants
Kroger's
aren't.
had 'em. It's the same ones
okay.
that Walmart carries now.
Oh,
and I
okay.
had 2 of them. And this one got open, and the grandson played with it a little bit, and a couple of the dogs played with it and whatnot.
Oh,
but,
no.
like, that's what I would do. I mean, nothing bad. He just kind of drug it
Right.
around. It was funny because you got a wiener dog beating up the Hulk. So, you know, but yeah.
Well, that was the first Hulk movie.
I would have Lou sign it, though. I'd be like, Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah,
And
there
then
you
this
go.
bad one get put in a case, and it'd be, you know, up on the shelf.
All right, so the pre-show, Seth, you said something about Elon Musk, and I didn't hear about it before, so you need to finish that.
Yeah, you both heard different things. That's the funny thing.
Do what now?
When you were talking about
Elon Musk.
You said something, and I haven't seen no articles or nothing about it. What is going on now? What are they saying he did?
Oh, it was a SpaceX employee that claimed that he exposed himself and touched her or something.
Right.
But it's just because he came out and said that he wasn't going to vote Democrat anymore.
Yep. They'll be coming out of the woodwork at this point.
Yeah.
And he kind of said they would. He said,
Mhm.
"Watch what'll happen now," and that it's happening.
Floodgates, baby.
I didn't know he was autistic. I really didn't.
Did you watch
Oh, yeah.
Crowder the other day when they had that? They had the
Yes.
leaker.
Yeah,
And he was, like,
I'm
making fun of him?
subscribed. I'm subscribed to the Leakers channel.
Nice.
Dude, are you serious?
Probably not blue. Unless there was
I think
paint
he's
involved.
just. I think he's just messing with us now.
Yeah, he likes.
I mean, he could be an avatar. We don't know. He could be the movies. They were blue. So there you go. I mean, yeah, I can't even think of the name of what I'm trying to think of. So there you go.
Tell him to take it out of the shampoo bottle.
You just did. I seen this meme. It says, "Wow, fortune cookies are really accurate. 5-finger death punch is just Toby Keith with a can of Monster shoved up his butt."
And I'll be right back.
You be right back.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Here's the She-Hulk we missed.
I don't think we missed anything, man.
Whoa.
Gina Carano.
Is that actually her in green paint, or did somebody add green color
I think
to
somebody did it to her.
her? That's a lot better than what the trailer was,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Well, it's like when The Rock was all painted green, the wrestler, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, when he was all green,
Mhm.
you know, he looked like the whole, like he did it up old school wise. I was like, hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Gina would be your to the Lou Ferrigno, man, without a doubt.
They just need to do practical effects and use CGI to enhance them. That's what Rick Baker wanted to do for that new Wolfman movie a few years back, and they wouldn't listen. They didn't listen to him, and it was a forgettable movie that just had a lot of CGI werewolf stuff in it that nobody,
Sure. Daisy said Shrek 3 did She-Hulk better. Lou had a better paint job.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I think our last topic's Disney and Marvel owns the right to Stan Lee's likeness for 20 years. So that kind of sucks.
He can't even escape being exploited in death. That's the sad. It's like,
yeah,
right.
He was like dragged around to these conventions at the age of in his 90s when he should have been enjoying himself somewhere. And I don't know how much of that's true or not. I'm just,
Yeah, basing off what we've heard on it. Yeah.
But I'm guessing some of it was true. So, but
Well, just them shitting on his legs is bad enough.
Right.
Here's a screen cap of so I don't know who this person is, but they're responding to discussing Film's tweet about Marvel signing the deal with Stan Lee Universe.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, in case you didn't know, the final years of Stan Lee's life were miserable because everyone around him, including his daughter, was exploiting him for money. This included stealing his blood to sign comics.
Oh, geez.
Not even in death is enough to escape, apparently.
Yeah. It's kind of what I heard.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it's just going to show a whole lot of crap. I mean, now he's going to be in movies and stuff still. Which, I mean, his cameos were funny, but let it go. Like,
yeah, they weren't the reason to go to the movie, though. The cameo,
Yeah.
I mean, they were always fun to see where they were going to throw him in.
Right. His cameo in Captain Marvel was the best part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Stan Lee's cameo in Winter Soldier, where he was the security guard. He's like, "Oh, I'm so getting fired."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Well, it's gratifying to hear Stan Lee's name again. It's exciting to think that we'll be able to see his face somehow." No, man, shut up. What a loser.
We've seen his face. We don't need to see a ghost image of it.
Yeah.
And their interpretation of is always off.
Stan Lee haunts my basement. Does he make you buy comics and stuff?
All right, I'm back.
Oh, good.
If I jump off again, the reason I had to jump off is I've been having serious leg cramps, and I went to go stretch, and like I had to.
You know what a good treatment for leg cramps is?
What?
Get a spoonful of yellow mustard.
I've tried that. I've tried the whole bottle, just squirting it, and no.
Really?
Icy hot
mustard,
kind of nice, and take some potassium, man.
I have a potassium deficiency, so like, but I overworked my legs. I was on the ladder a lot today, and
you got to be careful with nerves and stuff. I built something in the backyard for my daughter a few years ago, and I was in a crouching position for too long, for a day, and my foot was numb for like 6 months in that one spot. So it's like,
oh hell,
it finally came back, but it's like,
hey, I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back.
No.
Oh yeah.
So Dr. Coffinels,
yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about your backstory. I'm curious about you.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I know I'm not going to ask about your job because sometimes we get on topics and stuff like that.
It's boring anyway. You wouldn't want to know it. I'm not an actual doctor.
Let's start with the age.
I am in my mid-50s.
Oh.
So I might be older than all of you. I'm not sure how old Adam is, but
I'm behind you a few, buddy. I'm behind you a few, and Lape's got you beat by a few too. But yeah, I mean,
Lape's a little older than I am. I think he's about the oldest.
Well, see, I haven't seen your face, and so Adam had to show me what you look like. So I was like,
"Oh,
to
okay."
me, you had that voice that I couldn't tell if you were older or younger. So I had to know.
Well, I look a lot younger than I am too, except for I'm going bald. If you look on my Instagram, on the Dr. Coffindale's Instagram, there's a few shots in there. I have a picture of me and PJ Souls, and there's a picture of me and Tom Petty from about 30 years ago where I actually have hair, and that just makes me cry because it's mostly gone now. So, but
along with Tom. I mean,
that's even sadder. But
that was a rough one, man. When we lost Tom Petty, dude, that was rough.
I've got that. I can see that. I'm looking at that picture right now.
Oh, okay.
See, I look like I'm 13 without this, so that's why I can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Are you looking at the Tom Petty one?
Yeah.
Here's a backstory for that. I saw him at a show, and that was from like 94, 95, and that was the Wildflowers tour. And in that picture, he is leaning up against me to keep from falling over because I'm pretty sure he's high as fuck. So
that's about right.
And he was then just as nice as could be. We just happened to see the tour bus. Say, hey, let's get to see if we can get his autograph. But it's like, you don't. It's okay to curse on here, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not gonna mess you up. Okay, I should have asked that before I said that. I got 2 kids. I'm an older dad. I've got an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they're a handful. So I got to help my wife a lot. So that's why I can't commit to every Friday. It's a madhouse around here because I got a lot of stuff going on.
See,
no, you're good, man.
A 13-year-old. A 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Oh wow! So that's even more.
And Tommy, Tommy. Don't forget Tommy. So that's 4 kids.
Wow, that's a lot.
He a big old man child. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was a longtime comic book fan, long time music fan. Long time Star Wars fan. I saw Star Wars. In the summer of '77 when it came out. So I was, I would have been 11 years old. And from that moment on, I spent the next 3 years drawing pictures of TIE fighters and lightsabers and shit like that. So yeah, that's how I found World Class, because after, The Last Jedi came out, and it was just, sorry, go ahead.
A small trivia question, since you mentioned lightsabers. It just hit me. Do y'all know what the first lightsaber was made out of?
I have no clue.
Your imagination? No, they're not real.
No, the prop is actually real, and it's rare now.
Okay.
It came off of a camera that had a flash, like you screwed in the light bulb flash.
Oh, okay.
And they just took it off, and that's what they used. They just painted it up.
Huh. You mean the saber itself?
Yes.
That was from a light bulb?
No, it was from the light bulb holder for one of the big cameras.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll see if I can find a picture, and
I'll be damned.
Share it.
I'm looking through your Instagram, and I see you got the Cyber Frog warts and all.
Oh yeah, I was happy to get that.
Was that any good? Was that good?
Yeah, I haven't read all of it yet, and actually, there's a few things. There's like one thing missing that you're gonna have to get the like one other thing to get the complete thing. But it's like
Gotcha.
It's really good. I mean, it's really nice. I mean, just the fact that he was able to get all that stuff collected together, and it looks so nice, and it's all, you know, because I appreciate, you know, small time creators myself that were just small press. So I was an artist at one time. So it's a funny story. I have one degree of separation from EVS is that
beep boop beep.
The guy a story that Ethan drew, and so you didn't hear me?
I think you could. It stopped for a minute.
Hello.
I think you're good.
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that. But
No, you're good.
But anyway, yeah, there's a story that a friend of mine wrote that I worked with that worked with EVS, and he had nothing but good things to say about him. So this was like in the 90s. This was before he worked for DC. This was a small publisher. So it's pretty funny story where he had changed one of the characters that was a waitress from a girl into a man. EVS like changed it in the artwork, which made him gay because he was talking about, but he did that as a funny thing, like in the 90s. So it's like where now they're turning characters gay. It's like it's kind of an ironic thing, but he did it. It was funny, you know. It was just a minor character.
We can blame EBS for that one. He was the starter of it.
I didn't mean to accuse him. Oh, that's okay. I see what you're saying now.
That was the first lightsaber right there.
Oh,
And the
okay.
little
The handle
piece on
part.
The side. Yeah, the little piece on the side went to the camera.
Oh wow! So that's what that was. That makes sense. They repurposed a lot of stuff for that, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, yeah, I've got EBS's alternate cover for one of the Walking Deads that he did.
Oh, nice.
So I picked it up off like Facebook Marketplace from somebody for like $5, $10, whatever. I picked it up, and then the idea was I was going to get it signed, and then I was going to give it to Brandon Moist for his birthday.
Oh wow!
Or like from when he graduated and stuff, college, and then of course he passed. And I still have the comic. But EVS told me he'd sign it.
So you actually knew Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was
Brandon,
really sad when I heard about that.
Yep. Like we used to stream all the time. We did everything. Like we never met person to person, but we were always like we'd be on the phone a couple times a week. We were always talking. And then when I came on here, I started doing this plus a bunch of other stuff, and I still was talking with them. And I told these guys, I'm like, yeah, it was eerie because it was like a week or two prior to his death. I was like, I really got to get a hold of Moist. It's been a minute since I talked to him, and you know, I'll see if maybe he can come on. And then I was doing that dog run the following week, and that's when he passed. And yeah, it sucked. It was a rough one, but yeah, I spent a lot of time with him on the phone, and doing different streams and stuff together. And that's how we all, Brandon Moist, myself, Jesse Miller at the Crow's Nest. So many people started off at the same time, off of WCBS and the High Council and all that, 2015, 2016 time frame for some of the guys.
How reputable is Screen Rant?
Well,
How reliable are they? I don't know.
Yeah. They just put out a thing, 12 hours ago. Daredevil on Disney Plus will be not a reboot. It'll be a continuation.
Huh. Okay.
So I guess since they picked up the Netflix, that they're just gonna then that means John Bernthal is gonna be the Punisher.
I'm okay with that. I got him looking at me right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice. I'm all for
I'd
that.
be all right with that.
Yeah, dude, John Bernthal's awesome.
I thought he made a great Punisher. I didn't necessarily like the direction of the show took in the second season, but I thought he was good.
What didn't you like about it? I'm just curious.
This is just my opinion. The Punisher should be killing criminals. When they turn it into a whole, conspiracy where there's like a governmental conspiracy that he's having. I mean, it was interesting, but I mean, he should have been fighting criminals, in my opinion.
More comic style, fighting
that's all.
Monkeys and working his way through the rounds to get to the bigger bosses. Yeah, I got you. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I see your point.
A little bit of that in the first season, and a little bit in Daredevil, but it's like once he got his own show, it was always he was trying to take down his former friend who was running some, black op conspiracy thing or whatever the heck that was. I can't remember exactly what that was all about.
He was some kind of armed mercenary.
He was the one that accidentally killed his family. Found out, so it's like, he took. Spoiler if you haven't seen it.
And they've had plenty of time between the movies and the different runs on the comics,
right.
And
right,
from it being from Nam to a cop back to the modern day military to which I've been fine with,
right,
74 to now.
Right. I mean, it was an enjoyable show. I like most of the Netflix show except for the last couple seasons of Jessica Jones. I didn't appreciate that too much, but I watched them.
They wouldn't have made her friend into a superhero. I thought it would have been a little better, personally.
Right.
But I mean, I was the same with the Disney stuff, man. I just like Jessica Jones didn't really give a shit other than she was the junkie chick that OD'd from Breaking Bad that Jesse was with. Like that part had me dying laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, but she was in Breaking Bad for a little bit. But I mean, I didn't really care about any of them. Like I watched Iron Fist, and I really was looking forward to that. And I just didn't like the actor or the way that he played it. It felt like Dirty Dancing meets Roadhouse meets E.T. with a glowy fist of shit.
Don't ruin Roadhouse for me.
Roadhouse was better, man. I'm saying Roadhouse was better.
Roadhouse is a good film. Iron Fist, not so much.
But by the time we get to the end of the second season of Iron Fist or whatever it ended with, then it was finally like, okay, this is getting good, and then it stopped.
Well,
and
I was
like Luke Cage. I was fine with it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was very, very urban, and it shows you what happens in areas in real life if you're smart enough to understand that this shit ain't just film; it happens in real life. But overall, it was fine too. Like I didn't have any massive issues with any of them. But again, in the Punisher, we got a better Punisher in Daredevil than we did through the Punisher series.
I agree.
And Daredevil, I love Daredevil. That was great. Like that hook, line, and sinker into Daredevil, and the actor, perfect. The martial arts, perfect. So we knew they could do it. And then, Defenders came and they kind of shit the bed with that. But again, it was still better entertainment than what we've been getting from Disney for the last while, So,
I will say the Doctor Strange, I was entertained. I just wanted more.
You talk about the new one?
Yes.
Okay.
I had fun in the theaters, and I don't usually go to the theaters, and it was one of the ones I wanted to see in theaters. So, and I'm glad I went and saw it in the theater. Had a blast.
You've seen Doctor Strange 2 now, Adam?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we all saw it opening weekend.
Oh, that's right. You did the whole thing 2 weeks ago. That's right.
Yeah.
I just saw it last week, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I mean, I think it's better after I've heard all the criticisms. That's good. I like that one.
Brother.
But it's but I enjoyed it as a Sam Raimi movie, and I thought I liked the zombie part, and I like the part where the demons are trying to get him because he's possessing a dead body, and apparently that's forbidden. I thought that was really cool.
And he turned them into wings. That was
cool. He turned him into a cape, basically. I mean, that was really cool. I mean, that was really a Sam Raimi superhero movie. It's like combined, Doctor Strange with the Evil Dead, and there were parts that were annoying, but I mean,
there was a lot wrong with that movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a perfect movie, but
writing wise,
it was a mess.
I listened to EFAP. EFAP had 10.5 hours of coverage that I listened to, all of it.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Yeah, I have not listened to a whole EFAP in a long time.
Not well, yeah, no, me too. I work in a machine shop, so like I just put my headphones in, and just I can listen to whatever. But I listen. Do what?
I get to do the same because I'm just
Yeah.
welding.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
It's
I have
pretty
to meet
fun.
with clients, so I don't get to. I get a little bit of downtime, but I have to do
Yeah.
paperwork during that time, so it's a
They
boring,
broke
thankless
apart-
job.
They broke apart everything, and there's not a correct scene in that movie. From a writing standpoint,
Right.
of like making sense and stuff like that.
Right.
I feel like they took too much out, and so it didn't
Right.
make sense.
But Justin from the Podcasting Dead absolutely loves Doctor Strange. He thinks, and
Does
the
he
multiverse
love it because we don't?
He
like it?
loves that movie. He said that we're crazy because because we didn't like it. I mean, not that we didn't like it, but we were picking out.
We didn't love it.
Yeah.
Because we didn't love it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it as far as Marvel Phase 4, that's what they're in right now, is a Phase 4, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the most enjoyable movie from Phase 4 so far, except possibly Spider-Man. But I mean that was enjoyable just because Toby was back as Spider-Man for me. But I mean that was,
Well, but Spider-Man was Sony, wasn't it?
yeah.
Wasn't that under the
Well,
Marvel banner?
technically, yeah. Technically,
So,
you're right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not really Marvel, so yeah.
Yeah.
I never said I hated the movie, man. I said that it's not good.
Oh, a lot of people hated it though. I mean, and my take is save your hate because you might need it for Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, by no means is it a shining star of hope. I mean, there's a little there. Like I've said, I'm hoping that this is that curve that we're all waiting on and been waiting on. Can we finally get back to making good stuff? But yeah, I mean, I don't see anything else coming up that I really care about, but it's been that way for me. The last movie that I enjoyed was like Civil War, and I really didn't care for that one either.
He said, "How many movies have you written?" None, but I bet you I could write them with coherent plot development.
Yeah, you don't have to be a writer to appreciate to be a critic. I mean,
but again, when you're dealing with a multiverse like we're dealing with in these Doctor Strange movies and stuff, you can pretty much get away with anything because it doesn't matter. Like you were talking about earlier, so it just doesn't matter. There's no consequences other than if you die because it's not your world. You don't give a shit, So it really you can kind of throw that in the mix to everything as well.
Well, see, I feel like they're going to end the Marvel universe completely or something, because once you do that and add time travel, it kind of makes the only one that's actually done good with it was Back to the Future time travel.
Yeah, and that was Back to the Future is, from what I've heard, a perfect script, and that if you take any part of it out, it doesn't work. Everything in there is essential. There's nothing in there extraneous, and even if it doesn't make sense logically, that is the way that people want to see time travel. So you can talk logic to your blue in the face, but I think that's where Endgame fell flat when they're making fun of, well, time travel doesn't work like it does in Back to the Future. Well, if it does, that's how people want to see it, because that's the favorite. That's the best movie about time travel that's ever been made, probably. So.
Well, and it's an easy out too, man. Think about it. I mean, you don't have to have any explanations. We can just do this, and multiverses or in Back to the Future. Go back to the past. So it's not very creative either.
Doctor Strange should have ended in like 30 minutes. That movie should have been like Defender Strange running towards the Book of Ashanti or whatever it's called, opening up a portal, grabbing it, and beating it before they even got to the 616.
Well, that would have been a short.
It would have been,
there you go.
But I'm saying, like, it's like they forget they have stuff.
Well, the one thing, the first Doctor Strange, who did he face off against?
Dormammu, but he was mainly fighting those other dudes that got power from him or whatever.
When he fought Dormammu, why didn't he do that same? I can't pronounce that name. I'm sorry, but why didn't he use that same strategy on Thanos?
I don't think he had. Well, he didn't have the thing in his the Eye of Agamotto, the time stone or whatever
he
it
did
was
at the beginning when he
right.
gave it to him.
Yeah, that's
but think
true.
about it. Thanos already had most of the Power Stones, so maybe it wouldn't have worked because of that. Is what I always assumed it as. It had to do with the fact Thanos already had 4 of the 5 stones, or however many there were.
Yeah, you can always.
He would have had to have caught him off guard, or use his sling ring, open a portal, and cut his arm off.
The real reason is
stone at that point.
The real reason is we already had seen him do that, so they're not going to do the same thing twice. That's the real reason.
Right, but that's the problem. Like they have all these tools to do stuff, and it's like logic. There's no logic to them at all.
Like what would have been a better one is if with the Power Stones or something, if he was able to take all their powers away and they had to defeat him without their true powers. But I mean, that would only leave Tony Stark because he had no powers, and Black Widow and Hawkeye.
But you're right; they could have just put one line in there. Hey, why don't you just do that thing you did with Dormammu? And he could have come up with a 1-sentence explanation, and there you go. I mean, they could have done that, but
could be one of the universes, and it was still one that fails though too. Because remember that out of all the ones he went through, there was only the one universe that everything worked out.
Right.
With.
That's true.
So there's an easy out of every argument for these movies.
There you go.
I mean, it's so simple a kid could come up with it because I'm drunk and came up with it. So.
There you go.
But at the same time, that I guess because what they did to the Hulk in Endgame is what bothered me.
Well, again, pre-Endgame though, Tommy, you were still having fun with them. I mean, like when I saw Doctor Strange, the first one, like I was entertained with that movie. Like I was entertained with Ant-Man and the Wasp, not so much. It was okay, but I really liked the first Ant-Man movie as I like, these. So I don't know. I liked the first Doctor Strange movie, and I thought the second one was better than the first one. A little bit more here and there. It felt very Raimi, and I enjoyed it. I thought $6 for the movie at the theater was worth $6.
Right. So you didn't appreciate what they did to the Hulk as far as turning him into Professor Hulk or
no, because
Soy Hulk or whatever you want to call him,
hipster Hulk.
Yeah.
From what I read in the comics from Professor Hulk, is he still had anger issues.
Right.
Like he was intelligent, but he still had that beast mode, I guess you can say. He was still dangerous.
I think you're right. I don't think I didn't read those, but I think you're right because I've read about. I had checked out of the Hulk by that point, but yeah. Yeah, he was a lot to be desired by that point.
Yeah, but remember, Tommy, Disney.
And I understand they couldn't have a solo movie because of copyright stuff, but you're going to turn him into that before he gets his solo movie? No. I don't know. He was even smaller, though. Professor Hulk wasn't smaller. He was the same. He just wore a lab coat.
But remember, too, could some of that also be because the copyright, so that it's a little bit different, so they don't have to pay out? See, I think that's a lot to do with a lot of stuff with movies that people forget about, too.
Yep.
Make them a little bit smaller, so it's not the exact representation of what was here beforehand. Therefore, now we have to pay this person, and this person.
They're always doing shit like that. I mean, on Star Trek, on Star Trek Voyager, they had a character who's played the Paris dude. I've seen all those. If you character on an episode of The Next Generation, they were going to make him that character. He'd been drummed out of the service because of some. They would have had to pay the writer who created him, so they just changed his name. So it's like that's the kind of shit that goes on. It's like, so I don't doubt for a minute that they did that just so they wouldn't have to pay someone.
So I am curious about. I read a post and I was curious of y'all's point of view. Do you think when an actor dies, like let's say Black Panther, do you think they should show him CGI to finish the story, or just change characters?
So like the Stan Lee thing, how they've got
Yes.
the likeness. I don't like that idea, because what if it's, like let's say that you guys know specific things about me, but somebody has my likeness, and then it's not anything that would ever come out of my mouth. That's how I think about it. I mean, like if you're like almost through the project, maybe to finish that, but then to use for further on projects, especially like a Stanley or Chadwick Boseman. I don't think we're quite in that technology where we can do that yet. You're still going to have a person, otherwise it's just going to be off. I mean, I know they're getting close.
I think it depends on very limited circumstances, like The Crow, where Brandon Lee died, like right toward the end of filming, and they had to finish it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But to make a whole other movie with Chadwick Boseman, I think that would be in very poor taste.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the headaches of can you imagine all the glitches and stuff they'd have to work out because splicing all that shit together. But yeah, and then it's even scarier because again they can make it go, your likeness go in any direction that it wants to go.
Well, not only that, then they don't have to. I guess they would have to pay the family rights then. Like pay the family to use his likeness and stuff.
Well, if they own it, then I don't know. It really depends because they now own it. So if they own your likeness, if there's a contract that says after this point, now you have to pay somebody 10%, 20%, whatever. But I don't know. We'd have to actually see the legit contracts and see what it says.
Yeah.
But there's dirty deals and back handshakes going on. So.
Oh yeah, well that's just like
cheap.
The whole Black Widow thing. It was not supposed to go on Disney Plus, and that was in our contract, and they still did it. I was like, okay,
yeah. Just like a certain other election where we never got results, even though we knew stuff was tainted, but you can't talk about it or you'll get pulled from this channel. So yeah,
Enough said.
Exactly. And you can't argue that fact. I mean, there's no just one specific one where that's happened. There's been so many from government levels to local levels. So, bitches, I know how to word things to get around your crap, Susan.
But I think things are going to change here soon.
I'm
really
hoping,
do.
man.
With Elon Musk and everything, if it can't be just Twitter that's going to have free speech.
Right.
It can't be. Or everybody will just go to Twitter.
You can feel a change happening because there's a Rittenhouse verdict. There's other things that are happening here and there. There's a change happening. I hope.
I'm just more worried it might go the opposite way after. Like, okay, here's your little bit of glimmer of hope, and now here you go.
Yeah.
Here come the news. So I'm hoping for the latter. It's like, okay, let's not quite go that far.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, it is in a world where people still don't know not to eat a Tide Pod for Christ's sake. Come on.
Yeah, there's that.
I have a peanut allergy. Can I eat this peanut butter? Yeah, go for it.
Don't go for it. It's a joke.
Mm-hmm. Natural selection, my friend, at its best. Don't want your weak kind around here not being able to eat no damn peanut butter and peanuts.
That is the one thing I did look out on. I am not allergic to anything.
That's me too. I don't know of anything I'm allergic to.
I'm allergic to penicillin. I found that out the hard way. So,
Guinea pigs, man. I'm allergic to guinea pigs.
oh boy.
Cat.
What you doing, buddy?
Medicine
When did you eat a guinea pig?
Well, I'm hanging out with Tommy in the guinea pig collection.
Hey.
Hell yeah, they're quite tasty when they're barbecued. You know,
Just gotta
Judas Goat Barbecue. He does everything up, man. Anything from turtles to
I have
Parrot
had
Head stays
turtle.
away. He's like, yeah, no, I'm not getting 8. You're not getting my thigh.
I have had turtle. I think that's like that and snake. Snake is actually not that bad.
Hey man, at the end of the day, you know, you're gonna eat to stay alive, right? So there was a funny one I seen on Facebook. It had like Spam and corned beef, canned Spam, canned wieners in a can, and then something else was the other one. And I was like, give me Spam all day, baby. You know.
Well, see, I didn't know that Spam. I always thought Spam was made in a can only, but there's still people that make their own Spam, and they say it tastes totally different.
You can make Spam? What the hell do you make that out of?
I have no idea, but I know they put ground up steak in it.
Special processed army meat, baby. I mean, you know. People
Apparently
are freaking out
that
over
used to
human
be-
meat, but you've been eating it your whole life, eating Spam, bitches. Ha! No, yeah. I don't. You know. It's one of those things, though. It's to me, you know, we had it growing up. We still have it now. I mean, a little bit of Spam and eggs, man. When you don't have a specific, you know, you're out of bacon or sausage. Man, Spam is great. You know, individual packets, they're perfect. They've even got one that's bacon flavored. I've never tried it, but they have one.
From what I've read, it was basically, you know, like they basically, when they ran out of meals, but they had a lot of leftovers, they just basically took all the meat and made it one meat. And that's what they called Spam. And it was like during the Depression and everything.
Right. Well, shit on a shingle. I mean, that's what shit on a shingle was.
Yep.
You know,
That was corned beef on toast, right?
Bread, biscuit. Yeah, man. You know, whatever you kind of had, kind of a thing.
I could tear up some corned beef.
Oh yeah. Now you're making me hungry again.
But yeah, I mean, dude, that's the thing. I've had the canned corned beef. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a big like the little sausages in a can. Not a big fan of that kind of stuff.
Really?
I'm good. If I'm gonna have a hot dog, I'll just have a hot dog. But
I used to pack my lunch, and that's all I would have in it is them little hot dogs.
But I mean, the Spam in a can, man. To me, it's the same as when you go to the deli and they've got like the lunch meat that's all blended up. It's basically just bologna and other stuff, and it's a sandwich spread. You know, is what they call it. That stuff's just bologna. And I mean, to me, it's kind of the same thing with Spam, dude. It's just stuff made with, you know, beef or ham. I'm pretty sure it's more of a ham byproduct than anything because it's, you know, sure tastes like ham.
I used to enjoy going out to eat and everything, but the way the service is now, I dread it. I dread going through that drive-thru now.
See, I never was a drive-through guy. I'm that guy that if I'm gonna go out to eat at a restaurant, it's like when we were together, Seth. We're gonna go sit down at the restaurant and eat. I mean, I get it during the week and stuff. You know, you guys got to stop and get lunch, whatever. But yeah, I've never been a big one for doing that ever. It's always been if I'm gonna come in and eat, I'm gonna see who's working, and if I don't like what I see, I'm not ordering. You know, if tables are dirty and people are grungy looking, it's like, yeah, I'm out of here, man. I'll go somewhere else.
But I don't know if it's just because they're hiring anybody that can breathe. But
are they though? Because all I keep seeing is labor shortages and excuses, and I'm like, okay, I know a couple fixes for that. Real quick, same shit you guys did in the '80s will work again.
All right.
If you take people off of certain programs they shouldn't be on in the first place and force them to actually work, that would open up a lot of money going to people that should be getting it versus those that shouldn't be. Not to mention illegals that shouldn't be here either, doing the same thing. So, but something's got to change, man, because if it don't, I don't see a end of this drain. I just keep seeing the same thing going on and on and on until all of a sudden the ones turn to zeros, and then it's all madness like in Rick and Morty, baby.
Well, I'm tired.
You got coffee and gaming soon.
Yep. Did you just get the email?
You know what? My phone lit up, and I bet you that's probably what it was.
What are you playing?
Uncharted 4.
Yup, I sure did.
I don't understand why mine was so glitchy on the video.
How did you have it hooked up?
I was just playing it directly on my computer. So you were seeing what I was seeing.
Yeah, there was a lot of lag.
Yeah, I because I rewatched it, and I was like, I don't know exactly what was going on.
What
I'm curious if it's StreamYard.
Well, I mean, mine didn't. Are you hardwired? Do you have a hardwired connection, or are you just Wi-Fi?
I am Wi-Fi on this one, but I got good internet service.
Well, you need to be hardwired. StreamYard does not like Wi-Fi.
Not at all.
I have a hardline connection to my computer and my PlayStation. The StreamYard does not like Wi-Fi.
No.
You can have like the best Wi-Fi, and it still sucks.
When I had to do it from my phone, to think about that, I mean, the router and stuff's behind me. I got full bars. I've got, high speed Xfinity. Everything's great. And look at how bad my shit was coming through. And that's because StreamYard doesn't like Wi-Fi.
Someone needs to make a different version of StreamYard, though.
Yeah, we had it. It was called Hangouts, and then they forced us to quit using it because it used to work fine.
I know there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of good about StreamYard, but it's still, it's still a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been on it for 2 years.
Yeah. Make it worse. I mean, they've been doing better stuff though, because you guys, Tommy, a lot of times you'll point out when you're on here, hey, look, they've done this and they've done that. If it weren't for you pointing it out, I wouldn't know because I don't usually stream.
I have
on other people's shows.
There's a YouTube. Oh no, I'm sorry, not a YouTube. There's a Facebook group called StreamYard Community, and you can get in there and talk about like future requests and things that you want to do. And the number one thing I continuously put is I want a mixer to be able to adjust people's volumes and not necessarily just people, but like inputs for like coffee and gaming. Because there's sometimes where everything sounds like all right, but on my end's a little low.
Yeah.
Or it does the self-adjusting. Like you'll hear me talking a lot, and I'm exactly. I'm normal, and then all of a sudden I'll be quiet to watch something, and then when I go to speak again, it's like blasted through the roof.
Yeah, it's kind of like when the commercials would kick on, and then it's like, man, I can't hear the TV. You turn it up, and then the commercial's over, and then there's holy shit, turn that shit back down. Yeah,
yeah. If they could, even if StreamYard would just turn that off.
Well, if they would allow us to adjust our own shit too, because there's really no way to adjust your volume when you come in here.
Yep.
On my own setup, let alone like when we had Dave on that one time, his mic was just so hot it was overpowering everybody. But then weeks prior it was fine, and it's when they're doing updates and stuff. I swear every time.
Yeah.
And then we got to work the bugs out, but. It's a simple platform to use, but it would be nice to have a little more control where you could control maybe your mic from doing what it's doing. And, same thing where Tommy's low sometimes boost him up a little bit.
Well, see, I know y'all don't like TikTok, but they have where if you're on here and you're having a good discussion and everything, and you want another guest, you can just look through your comments and pick someone to be your next guest. You just click on them and it brings them in. I wish they had something like that. Like you just click on their comment and say send request to see if they want to come in.
Right.
And they do it where you have to send a link and then you don't know if they got the link. I don't know.
Gotcha. All right, well, I'm getting off here. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. I think we've reached the end of tonight. It's been pretty good. Good conversation.
A lot of fun. Nails.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad to be here, guys. I'll try to be on time next week if you want me. I will definitely be here.
Oh, yeah.
I will always send out a group email to everybody, and if it's something that you can be here, cool. If you're late, cool. The only time we give anybody a hard time is late.
Yeah.
Trying late. So.
Well, it's kind of it's fun to give them a hard time, quite frankly.
Yeah. It's meant with love, though.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. But anyway, let's see. Coffee and gaming tomorrow. Late. Yeah,
Speaking
coffee and gaming tomorrow at
safe.
6:15 a.m. because I've got to go pick Tommy up before I can get some tree work done. So, Tommy, get you a good night's sleep, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Because Lord knows when he's getting you up there on them trees,
you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Where are we taking the logs, sir?
We're gonna be loading stuff up in my uncle's tractor. Okay. Like he's gonna use the bucket. He's gonna use the bucket. We'll get stuff, cut it. We're gonna cut stuff down, put it in the scoop, and take it off somewhere and dump it out in the woods. What we're not gonna use for firewood, we're just gonna get rid of. One whole tree I cut down today was just about hollow.
Whoa! You cut down a tree?
We cut down. I had somebody come up and cut down trees. I had them cut down 4. They were extremely close to my house and my garage, so I wanted them cut down. Then there was a couple extra ones that needed to come down for a fence line. So as soon as I got home from work, I put my overalls on, put boots on, and jumped back out and kept on working. And now there's a gigantic mess in my driveway.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Tommy better get a good night's sleep.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put him to work.
Anybody got anything to plug?
Nope. I got something to plug right here.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
Bye.